Weón, nos vamos a mamar 20 minutos de este video, hijo de perra, que acaban de tirar. Me quiero cortar la poronga. No quiero video en inglés, la puta que te remil parió. Lo vamos a ver en esloveno. No, weón, no me lo puedo creer. En espartano. No, en español. Ya. Holy shit. Esto es... Hoy tengo que arreglar esta weá, máximo. Déjenme arreglar esto. A ver. Listo. Season Season 2024. ¿Qué viene de LOL? 23 minutos de video. Una maravilla. Con la María me trajo una cuchara ni lo usé.
Hey folks, I'm Andre, also known as Meddler.
And I'm Jeremy, aka Right Brightman. Welcome back. We hope you all had a wonderful and happy holiday season, and we're really excited to welcome you to season 2024.
Now, we're filming this video in early November, so anything that happens between now and the start of the season won't be covered in this video. Today, we're going to be joined by more folks from across the league team.
Cagaste, ya partieron con un dragón que se parece a Sonic.
Like ranked updates, new champions, some information about Arcane Season 2, and some updates on esports.
Now, before we get started, don't forget that when you jump into a game in 5 days, Summoner's Rift is going to look and feel a little bit different. Get ready for some new objectives, map changes, and updates to the core item system. And as a reminder, Season Start Cinematic is going to be releasing next week on January 10th.
El 10, en 5 días. Sale la cinemática.
Hey everyone, I'm Matthew Long Harrison.
No es canon, duerman este dragón culiao. Weón, el diseño de mierda, si es una mierda,
from the
weón.
changes we made last year, and what we want to do this year to help make your climbs better for season 2024. Last year, we added Emerald tier and increased LP gains to help alleviate any pain from increasing the number of rank resets each year. And while we've seen an overall increase in match quality, there were some side effects that moved us away from where we want to take ranked. We've seen much larger differences in visible ranks in games, meaning many of you saw players with different ranks in your matches, like a plat player in a silver game. So we're making some focused improvements on how the rank system evaluates players' skill to reduce these situations. These changes will be going live when you start your rank climb next week. The changes should help resolve some other pain points, such as losing more LP than you gain, even with a positive ranked win rate overall, and also help with differentiating between Smurf accounts and new players. As always, we'll be closely monitoring these changes, as well as your feedback to make adjustments as needed. Best of luck in your climbs, and welcome to season 2024.
Hi everyone, I'm Lexi Gao, aka Raya Lexical, the Champions team lead.
And I'm Soap May, also known as Soapbox, production lead on the Champions team.
We've been
Mira,
working on
lanzaron la
Skarner's update
jugabilidad
for a
del
while
campeón.
now,
No está tan
and
mala.
we've been
La
polishing him
jugabilidad.
up to be ready for his big day. Meanwhile, he's getting ready for some fun too. Last time we talked about Skarner, we showed his gameplay, but we never really talked about his lore.
Skarner was a founding member of the Yuntal, where he helped guide and shape Ishtal into the prospering region it is now. He is, however, very suspicious of the outside world and believes that Ishtal should be isolated to be safe, and he will not hesitate to run down intruders to keep it that way. We are currently finishing up Skarner's VGU, and we can't wait for you to skitter across the rift in the first half of the year.
After Skarner, we're working on 2 other champion updates. The first one is for a champion we haven't talked about before, but plays a pretty big role in a show that maybe you heard about, Arcane. We want to bring their Arcane version to the Rift with updated visuals and VO, while
Van a
also
traer
giving
a
some
la,
love
a
to their
la mamá de
gameplay.
Mel. Me
You can
dará.
expect to see them early next year after the second season is over. As for what comes after the Arcane-inspired VGU, we're excited
Weón.
to announce that we'll
Está de calle que la van a sacar. Justo cuando salga la serie, van a traer a la vieja. Weón. Oh, concha. Ya,
finally
ese
be
campeón está
tackling
bueno.
Shyvana.
She has a great theme and has become an iconic part of the league roster. Thus, we're thinking about refining and progressing who she is and tuning up her gameplay instead of a complete overhaul on her narrative and themes. Think more Udyr and less Skarner. But we want to be transparent about her timeline. Shyvana's VGU will not be released until 2025 after the Arcane VGU.
Okay, now on to the new champion.
Ah, van a
We've been
actualizar a
teasing
Shyvana.
a cute
But we want to be
A ver.
transparent about her. We're thinking about
Esta sería la nueva Shyvana. Ah.
refining and progressing who she is and tuning up her gameplay instead of a complete
Sí, o sea, la nueva
overhaul on her
Shyvana se ve
narrative and
bonita,
themes.
weón. O sea,
Think
son
more
3 weas
Udyr
diferentes,
and
pero
less
la del
Skarner.
medio me gusta.
But we want to be transparent about her timeline. Shyvana's VGU will not be released until
Hasta el
2025
2025,
after the
weón.
Arcane
Oh,
VGU.
conchetumadre.
Okay, now on to the new champions. We've been teasing a cute, small ADC that will be swooping into the Rift soon. Meet Smolder, the fiery fledgling. Look at our cute little
Qué
son.
asco, weón. Que este dragón culiado mal hecho, weón. Weón, es literalmente el dragón de mierda con cara de Sonic, weón. Del primer Sonic que hicieron para la película. Horrible la weón. A ver, la jugabilidad se ve decente. Pero el diseño del campeón es horrible, weón. Es como meterse un puño en el culo, weón, y sacártelo por la boca y comerte tu propia mierda, weón. Es horrendo, weón. Feísimo el campeón culiado. Aún así cabe destacar que la jugabilidad se ve entretenida. Pero weón, el diseño del campeón es horrible, weón. Es horrible, weón. Es muy feo, weón. Mira, es muy feo y se ve que está muy roto, weón. Que de la cara al valiente que hizo este campeón de mierda. Weón, es horrendo,
As
weón.
all of the recent ADCs we've released are high-skilled champs or very non-traditional. Aphelios, Samira, Zeri, Neela, we want to fulfill the fantasy of a little dragon who can focus on honing his fire-breathing skills.
And while Smolder may be working on his skills, his mom is never
Bueno,
too far in
Smolder
the
es
distance
horrible,
and is always
weón.
ready to make an appearance
Pero
when
insisto,
he
la
needs her
jugabilidad
the
se ve
most.
decente.
After Smolder,
Pero el campeón,
we'll
el
be
diseño
heading further north to
del
cool off
campeón
from
del
all that
personaje,
dragon
weón,
fire.
es horrendo,
Our
weón.
Vestayan solo laner
Yo lo
is someone
encuentro
we've been
feísimo,
wanting to
weón.
bring to the Rift for a while. But the last time we
Sí,
tried
esa
the
mierda
development
de
took a bit of a
DC.
detour
Pero
and
la
we ended up
jugabilidad
in
se ve
silence.
entretenida, weón.
But not to worry, the Champions team is back on the case and is focusing on making a new mid-range mage. We have another champion in the works who should be a familiar face to all of you. But we're gonna hand things over to Riot Brightmoon and Meddler to talk a little bit more about our new upcoming champion.
Last year, we shared that Arcane Season 2 would be releasing globally this November. Everyone at Riot is really excited by the show, and we've been inspired to bring Arcane into game more. We're excited to show you a small preview of one of the things the League team's been working on.
Ya, acá en teoría se vendría la mamá de Mel. En teoría.
So the first bit of Arcane you'll be seeing in League will be Mbessa Medarda.
Mbessa
She'll bring
Medarda.
Noxian domination to the
Weón.
Rift. And much like how she's
Ya,
in
me
the show,
gusta.
she won't
Este
be for the
personaje me
faint of
gusta,
heart.
weón.
Don't let her large stature fool you, though. She brings both strength and speed, sidestepping attacks with surprising agility.
And Mbessa is only the first piece of Arcane coming to League this year. To celebrate Arcane Season 2, we'll have Arcane-inspired gameplay and a new VGU, new skins, as well as a few other surprises. I am so excited for the new season. I hope you are too.
Ya, es decir, este año, cuando se lance Arcane, vamos a tener un evento culiado enorme de unas 3-4 semanas, weón, donde van a meterle diseño al mapa, un evento especial, todo relacionado con Arcane. Me gusta,
Can
weón.
show him a clip? Maybe just one?
Okay, one, but just a short one.
Weón, lo hizo. El puto Signet lo hizo. Ah, weón. Esta weá es Warwick. Es Warwick, weón, 100%. Vander es Warwick, weón. Ya confirmadísimo. O sea, ya antes estaba confirmado, pero weón. Weón. Ah. Qué maravilla, weón.
Hey everyone, I'm Evan Humphreys, aka Riot Revenancer, the lead system designer for our motivations team. We're responsible for creating and maintaining the various systems around the game like loot,
Cállate, culiao, ya vimos lo de Arcane, weón.
which is what
No
I'm
quiero
here to
nada.
talk to you all about
Me
today.
hago caca, weón, literal, yo me
Champions are
hice
the most
caca.
central part of League, and we love the dedication that a lot of you have to your mains. We want mastering champions to be a meaningful experience that lets you differentiate more between players who play champions some and players who play them a ton.
XD.
So, we're uncapping the leveling system and letting you show off exactly how much you play your favorite champions. Levels 7 through 10 will unlock new versions of the Mastery emote, and after that, we'll add an evolving number that displays your total Mastery level from 11 and beyond. And don't worry, your current champion Mastery points will carry over to the new system. So if you've already grinded to Mastery 7 on your main, there's no need to do it again, and those of you with enough Mastery points will end up at even higher levels. We'll be back again as we get closer to launch in the first half of the year with more info on this updated system.
Una poronga. Los modos de juego, ya, esto igual es
I'm
interesante.
Eduardo Cadmus Cortejoso, and I'm a team lead for game modes on League of Legends.
Hi, I'm Selena Choo Trang Liu, the delivery lead on the MOS team.
So last year, we released Arena and we received a huge amount of game modes on League of Legends.
¿Qué wea es su nombre?
Hi, I'm Selena Choo Trang Liu, the delivery lead.
Selena Shushu Train Liu. Weón, manso nombre,
on the
weón.
MOS team.
So last year, we released Arena and we received a huge amount of support from all of you. We brought it back in December to test out some changes and make some improvements. We're happy to share, though, that it's coming back again in the first half of this year with even more improvements. Our goal for the next iteration of Arena is to increase champion diversity, improve game-to-game variance, and foster even more experimentation. One of our favorite parts of Arena is the ability to play some fun and wacky combinations that wouldn't and maybe shouldn't work in Summoner's Rift. So we want to encourage that with some more
Combinaciones
targeted
divertidas,
changes
weón.
to
Yo solo
gameplay
veo
and game
psicópatas
balance.
de mierda
The biggest change
haciendo
you'll see is that we're increasing the
weón. Yo
number of
detesto
teams
este modo de
from 4
juego.
teams of 2 to
El
8
modo de
teams of
juego
2
que más
for a total of
odio
16 players
es Arena.
each game of Arena, making Arena a 2v2, v2, 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 v2. This means that you'll face different teams more often, have more chances at redemption, and
¿Qué?
maybe get out early or crush the competition if you're really doing
Van a
well.
meter
You can
16.
also expect to see some new
Ah,
options,
están
new
enfermos estos
maps,
culiados.
and some other improvements that we're still right now exploring. Outside of Arena, we are also bringing back more game modes this year.
Por favor.
Earth will be back for Lunar New
Siempre.
Year, and then we'll be following that up with One for All.
One for All,
We'll be
ya,
sure to
ok.
update you later in the year about what modes are going to come out.
One for All me gusta
Oh, and one
Urf
last
me
thing.
gusta.
Even with all the work happening on Arena last year, we still have something else cooking behind the scenes.
We're experimenting with yet another new mode.
Oh,
That,
por
like Arena,
favor,
will
un
be a
modo
totally
nuevo
different take on
decente.
core league gameplay.
No como Arena.
Unlike
Arena es
this
la
will be a
peor
little bit more of a
mierda que
chill
hay,
way to
weón.
spend
Es
time
la
with your
peor
friends.
wea que hay.
We
Es
don't
una
wanna spoil too much
imbecilidad
yet,
de
so
modo de
we'll be
juego.
back later this year to share more.
Good luck, have fun, and we'll see you in ARAM, Arena, Earth, OFA, and TBD.
CVT.
Last year, we spent some
Mierda,
time behind the
TBD.
scenes working on updating League's anti-cheat and bot detection software, as our current version had fallen behind the times. This was compounded by the security breach earlier in the year, which increased our vulnerability to botting and cheating. And a pretty consistent piece of
No,
feedback
modo
we'll be
Arena,
hearing from
weón,
you
no me
all
gusta para
is
nada.
the high number of
Lo
bots in
detesto.
games,
Creo que
disrupted Smurfs in
es
lane, and an increase in
innecesario el
scripting.
modo Arena, weón.
We know this has been a consistent pain point
O
in
no
League,
sé, weón.
so it's
A
been
ver,
something we've been working on fixing.
hay gente que
One
le
of our
gusta,
goals this
ok.
year is to maintain
Hay gente que
and
le gusta
improve
comerse
the
su propia
competitive
mierda,
integrity
así
in
que
all
lo
of your
entiendo.
league games, whether
En
it's
mi
in
caso,
ranked or normals,
a mí no me gusta el modo
Clash,
Arena, weón.
Arena,
Así que si
whatever. So
a
in
la
late
gente le
February,
gusta el modo
early
Arena,
March, we're
jueguenlo,
bringing
cómanse
Vanguard
su propia
to League.
caca. Sean
Vanguard is
felices.
our proprietary anti-cheat and anti-botting software that's been active in Valorant since the beginning. We've seen a huge amount of success in their ability to catch and stop cheaters in their games, and we expect to see similar results when we
¿Estos hijos de perra van a meter el Vanguard en el LOL? No, seas mamón, weón. No.
implement it in League.
Similar to Valorant's version of
Literalmente,
Vanguard, leagues will run at the kernel
si
level.
meten esa
This is
mierda,
becoming
oh,
standard for
conche
strong
su
anti-cheat
madre,
software in
weón,
gaming,
no sé.
as cheat and bot makers are quick to
Por
adapt.
favor, no metan el
If you don't run
Vanguard,
at this level,
weón.
they will, and thereby evade all of the anti-cheat software as a result. Now, Vanguard offers us the ability to catch bots and cheaters.
No,
as quickly and
weón, pero
effectively as
¿por qué
possible.
hacen esa
It also gives
weá,
us the
weón?
opportunity
Si
to
el
do things like
Vanguard
hardware
es una
ban
mierda,
and terminate
weón.
matches
Ah,
in which a cheater is
conche tu
detected,
madre, weón.
refunding loss of LP for everybody except the
Esta weá va a traer más errores, pero que la remil mierda, weón. ¿Cómo? Va a traer muchos errores. Esta weá va a traer 1000 de errores, weón. Conche tu madre.
person cheating, of course.
Now, we know that there's a question and concern of data privacy around kernel-level anti-cheat. This is something that came up with Vanguard and Valorant as well.
Weón, de partida, el LOL de mierda, weón. No va a poder ocupar Blitz ni una de esas weas. La gente que le gusta ocupar como esas aplicaciones de mierda para ver los timers de la jungla, las runas rápido, etcétera, etcétera. Cagaron, weón. Porque se los va a mandar a la puta, weón. La gente que ocupaba la wea de esa wea para poner skin, de modear el mapa, etcétera. Cagaron, no van a poder modear ni una wea. Weón, es la peor wea que pudieron haber hecho es meterle el Vanguard al LOL, weón.
And we want to take a moment to tackle those concerns up front here.
Personalmente creo que se
Vanguard
hicieron
does not
caca, weón.
collect or process any personal information differently from our current anti-cheat software. We don't need or want to know anything more about you or your machine other than what is necessary to maintain integrity when playing our games. Now, if you already have Vanguard installed because you've played Valorant, you won't need to do anything else and you can continue as normal. But if you haven't, starting in a few weeks, you'll be required to install Vanguard in order to play League.
We know that this may be a meaningful change, but we're very confident
Vamos a tener que instalarnos el Vanguard para poder jugar League of Legends. Conche tu madre.
it will lead to an overall better League experience for everyone. We'll be sure to communicate with you all as the changes go live and to let you know how things are going afterwards. All right, we're going to hand things back off to the dev team now for an update on some of the skins coming to League this year.
It's like trying to craft a unique fantasy where you can't have any kind of costuming on the stretch locations and like the thighs,
that makes
the
sense.
elbows, so you're kind of isolated to
A ver,
Hey
alégrenme
everyone,
la
I'm
vida.
Stephanie 100 Piece Nuggets Leong, the skins team lead.
Ay, weón, yo lo sigo.
Riot Hylia, the concept
Weón, yo sigo a Riot Hylia y me sigue. Porque él hace diseño de personaje y bueno, el diseño de las skins. Weón, es tremendo puto crack, weón, ese weón. De verdad. Es
our
muy,
League for skins.
es muy
Today
pro,
we're going
weón.
to talk a bit about some of the upcoming thematics for League, some of our goals for 2024, and we're going to give you all an update on our ASUs. But first, I believe we owe you an updated prestige skin list.
Yes, we do.
Ta-da! Oh,
In the first half of the year, you can
¿Qué?
but first, I believe we owe you an updated prestige skin list.
Son los nombres de la
Yes, we
skin.
do.
Ta-da!
Oh, es que están mal escritos nomás.
Oh.
In the first half of the year, you can expect prestige skins for Rakan, Ezreal, Kindred, Evelynn, and Kayle in that order. We'll be back later in the year to give you all an update on the
Pura
second
skin de
half of the
mierda.
year. We also wanted to give you all an update on our two ASUs. Lee Sin's base is finalized, and we've been working through his extensive skin catalog. We spent a lot of time testing out his animations to make sure we didn't impact his smooth gameplay, and have been sure to similarly focus on this with his skins. We're really excited to put him and his newly unbroken neck into your hands, and you can expect to bring him onto the Rift in early May. We did
En
want to
mayo
give you a
sale el nuevo
heads
Lee
up
Sin.
that we
Ya, me
have
gusta.
run into a few challenges with Teemo. Such a troublemaker.
Mischievous.
Ugh, seriously. His ASU is taking us a bit longer than we originally intended.
También
and
lo
we're
van a,
currently
o sea,
figuring
le van a
out
hacer
our
una
update
corrección
timelines,
como
but we'll be
de.
back with an update later this year with a sweeper to let you know when to expect an updated Swift Scout on the Rift.
All right. Now on to the new and returning skin thematics of the year. So first up, we're going to be celebrating the Lunar New Year with a brand new
Ya
thematic
vimos
called
toda esa
Heaven's
skin
Scale,
culia.
which pays homage to the rich cultural heritage of the holiday. In the world of Heaven's Scale, a curious court of deities take on human guises and descend from their palaces in the clouds to take part in the mortal celebrations below.
La Kaisa es preciosísima, weón. Es muy linda la
So
Kaisa.
Heaven's Scale's design fantasy skews a bit more heavily into ancient historical divinity and garments in order to distance itself from our more modern takes on the Lunar New Year, like lunar beasts or firecracker. We wanted to take care to preserve the majestic and beautiful designs while also keeping a fun and celebratory tone in line with the spirit of the holiday. We also have another brand new thematic coming up that delves into a world where primal instinct reigns supreme, called Primal Ambush. Primal Ambush draws heavy
Pero estas, las Primal Ambush, no vendrían siendo como las prehistóricas y weas raras así.
inspirations from the refined skill of martial artists and the raw, fierce strength of tigers themselves. We wanted to show some love to our Southeast Asian players in
Ya, esta wea es demasiado Kung Fu Panda para mí, weón.
particular with this thematic. We really drew a ton of inspiration from that region, the fashions of those cultures, where tigers naturally live and hold a great deal of cultural significance.
We'll also have the return of some established thematics like porcelain, recent
Las de porcelana.
fairy court, as well as some
Soraka de porcelana, ojo.
well-loved thematics we haven't visited in a few years, like
Proyecto. Esa wea es proyecto. Y es la. ¿Cómo se llama? Es la Nafiri Proyecto, weón. ¿Ya?
Project and Blood
Me gusta. Blood Moon.
Moon, and you can expect
¿Quién es esa golfa?
to see all of the
Blood Moon. ¿Qué era? ¿Era una Morgana?
thematics we haven't visited in a few years, like Project and Blood
¿Es una Morgana? Syndra. Blood Moon Syndra.
Moon.
No, es una Cira. Blood Moon Cira. Sí, weón, dice Blood Moon Cira.
And you can expect to see
Y al lado que dice,
all of
conche tu madre, no alcanza a leer.
these
No, es
come
una
out
Syndra.
before
O sea, una
summer
Cira.
this year.
We've also been taking a look at some improvements
Una
we've made
Zaira.
outside of just what new skins we're releasing. So some of our older legendaries, for instance, were released before we started adding content such as legendary borders. So we're going to be going back to add them to skins that missed out. This includes skins such as Broloff, Corporate Mundo, and Dragon Trainer Tristana. Trist will actually be live in just a few days.
And finally, we have some skins coming out for champions who haven't had as much love in a little bit. As of filming,
Ramus.
is currently
Okay.
sitting in the 1000 Day
okay.
Club, and Olaf is hot on his tail.
All right, well, that's it for us for now. We're going to hand things over to the esports team, who will give you an update on the competitive side of League that we definitely
Ya, mira, los de
should have
skin
been drafting
trajeron
for.
cosas interesantes.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Silver.
Ok.
Silver 2.
I am
Está bien.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nazala Taha,
And I'm Chris Greeley.
and we are so excited to kick off the 14th season of LoL Esports. And we want to give you a look at some of our plans for 2024. So let's start by talking about our global events, MSI and Worlds.
We want our international events to have a strong regional representation so that the best teams from each region can
¿Sabes qué es lo peor de eSport, weón? Que uno tiene que saber, weón, de que su región vale pico, weón. Puta que me gustaría ser, no sé, weón, de otra región de mierda, pero, weón, LATAM siempre vale pico en todas estas weas, vale una mierda, weón.
fight it out on the global stage. This year, we're making it so that there are 3 base slots for the LPL, LCK, LEC, and LCS at Worlds.
¿Cómo seremos de penca que ni nos nombran, po, weón?
With new ways for teams and regions to earn additional slots. The LLA, CBLOL, PCS, and the VCS will have their slots remain unchanged.
Y los otros malos culiados no van a tener ningún cambio. Ni un cambio, así que no se preocupen. No van a tener que ver a esos malos culiados del resto. ¿Por qué? Para seguir igual esos malos culiados.
And we're keeping the same double elim format from
Es
MSI
una poronga,
2023,
weón.
but we're going to up the stakes even more this year. For the first time ever, the winning MSI team will be awarded a guaranteed spot at Worlds, which also counts as an additional slot for their region. And the next best performing region at MSI will secure an additional world seed for their region.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see the increased competition at MSI this year.
And while we're talking about
Ya, es decir, están conectando directamente el MSI con la cuestión. El que gana el MSI sí o sí va a tener un puesto en Worlds. Da lo mismo que pierda todo en el segundo split.
MSI, we wanted to share that this year's MSI will be held from May 1st through the 19th in Chengdu, China. This is the first time we've brought a global LoL Esports event to this vibrant city, and we're so excited to see the amazing crowds there cheer on their favorite teams.
A ver, el año pasado fue en Corea. Igual me gustaría que este año fuera en Occidente y no en Oriente. Pero, o sea, viendo cómo es esta weá, o sea, no sé si hay otra weá en Occidente que sea igual que esto.
And we'll be back with more updates on
Quizá en
MSI
Estados Unidos, en
closer
ese
to the
domo
event.
gigante que hay.
Last year in Korea, we announced that Worlds would be returning to Europe with the finals taking place
Y así no usarían ese 3D de mierda horrible que usan en Worlds.
in London, England at the O2 Arena. Today, we wanted to let you know where the rest of the tournament will be held.
Well, we'll be kicking off Worlds in Berlin at our newly remodeled esports arena for the play-ins and Swiss stages. Then we'll head to the Adidas
Ok. Entonces el mundial va a ser en Europa.
arena in
Y el
Paris,
MSI va a ser en
France
China.
for
Ya,
quarterfinals
ok.
and semifinals. Fans brought so much energy to the Paris finals in 2019, and we're really excited to see what you all do for not just one, but 2 stages of Worlds there.
Worlds will run from September 24th through November 2nd, and we'll be back later this year as we get closer to the event to announce ticket sales dates.
Now, as we embark on the 2024 season, we are so proud to commemorate 14 remarkable years of LoL Esports. Throughout this decade and a half, we've witnessed pro players from around the world leave their mark, displaying
Creo que, a ver, League of Legends, lo mejor que nos entrega al día de hoy, fuera de los campeones quinto, esa wea, lo que mejor entrega es la entretención de eSport. A ver, Riot se ha sacado la pija en tener la mejor entretención de eSport, pero de forma increíble, tanto en League of Legends, en Valorant, TFT que marcó ahora súper bien. Yo creo que lo mejor que tiene Riot hoy por hoy es su apartado de eSport. es lo mejor, tanto los eventos, todo. Que de repente se hacen caca en una cosa que en la otra, ok. Que tienen el tier 2 olvidado, ok. El tier 3 que para ellos es inexistente, ok. Pero lo que es tier 1 a nivel global, en las grandes competencias, League of Legends, o sea, Riot en eSport es top 1. No hay otro eSport que sea igual que lo que nos entrega Riot.
Incredible resilience, mastery of League of
Incluso creo que eso va a mejorar aún más cuando salga el de pelea. El de pelea se va a meter en la Evo y en las competencias de una forma pero increíble, weón.
Legends gameplay and inspiring millions of fans across the globe. To celebrate those who have made a lasting impact on the game, the sport, and the community, and really honor their legacies, we are proud to introduce the LOL Esports Hall of Legends.
There are a number of pro players worthy of being inducted into our unique version.
Bueno, Faker tiene que estar sí o sí, es una estupidez si no lo agregan, y tiene que estar en medio, en el centro de todo, más grande que el resto.
Of a Hall of Fame.
Porque está
So we
Faker
gathered an independent
con un par de
voting panel
randoms.
of esports industry veterans and experts from every region around the world to vote and select our very first inductee.
Each year, those inducted into the Hall of Legends will have their historic careers celebrated both IRL and in-game. Now, we're currently collecting votes, and we'll be back later this year to share more.
And finally, all of our regional leagues are gearing up for the start of the 20...
Weón, tiene que salir Faker. Es una estupidez que el primero que ingresen a esa weón no sea Faker. O sea, ¿quién me van a ingresar a Ocelote, weón? Si su mayor logro fue que le hicieron un backdoor, weón.
2024 competitive season. You can tune in on lolesports.com beginning January 13th to keep up with all of your favorite teams and pros.
We can't wait to watch the 2024 LOL Esports season with all of you. Good luck and have fun on your climbs. Thank you in advance for tuning in and supporting your favorite teams and leagues. Now, here's Riot Brightmoon and Medler to wrap us up.
All right, before we go, we wanted to remind you that we're celebrating a special birthday for League this year. We are turning 15. We are so close to being able to finally drive a car.
Well, in the US at least. But we're looking forward to celebrating with you all later this year. We're not doing new game announcements this time. This year is all about League and celebrating our 15th birthday with all of you.
So look forward to the celebrations coming in October. And as a reminder, don't forget to check out the dev blogs that go into more detail on some of the topics.
Bueno, espero desde el día de hoy que me inviten a esa mierda porque si no me voy a enojar. No, mentira.
We discussed today.
Bueno,
We'll also be back with our
hay que
regular dev
portarse
updates,
bien para
as
que nos
usual,
lleven
after this
otra
video.
vez a otro
So,
evento de
we'll be seeing
Riot.
you soon.
Best of luck on your climbs, and welcome to season 2024.
No, se pegaron un adelantillo. Trindamer. Ay, gracias, weón, por haber hecho una cinemática no pedorra. Ay, weón, agradecido con el de arriba, weón. Gracias, por fin, weón. Que la cinemática del año pasado, weón, era peor que comer mierda, weón. Qué wea más horrenda, weón. O sea, salieron la gente de Riot a decir que fue literalmente por hacer algo nuevo, etcétera, bla, 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 que fue como una música, que salía la wea de eSport, etcétera. Weón, fue una basura, weón. Fue una mierda. El video fue una caca. Ahora, al parecer, volvieron a lo que era y lo que siempre fue. Una exquisitez. Así que eso, gente, si les gustó el video, suscríbanse y la wea, eso, etcétera. Beso. En el no es ni. Adiós.